3, 2, 1.
7 things you probably didn't know you need to know. I'm Jamie East, and this is the Smart 7.
Hey, good morning. It's Thursday the 27th of August and happy Banana Lovers Day. Happy birthday to Bernard Langer, Tom Ford, Denise Lewis and Aaron Paul.
7.
Boris is loving being back at work. Well, I don't know if he's actually been to the office yet. His latest visit was to a school in Leicestershire and he had some explanation and apologies for the pupils. Apparently it's a mutant algorithm to blame for the grading chaos. Exciting.
And I'm afraid your grades were almost derailed by a mutant algorithm. And I know how stressful that must have been for pupils up and down the country. And I'm very, very glad that it has finally been sorted out. But I just wanted to say thank you, therefore, to all of you for your patience and your efforts, because it has been worth it.
Meanwhile, senior civil servant Jonathan Slater, the permanent secretary of the Department of Education, has stepped down. Must have been bitten by the algorithm.
6.
Australian terrorist Brenton Tarrant, who killed 51 Muslims in 2 different mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand, has been sentenced to life without parole. He didn't oppose the sentence and the judge described him as a deeply impaired person motivated by a base of hatred. In court, the victims' families made powerful statements, including Ahad Nabi, whose 71-year-old father was killed while praying in his local mosque.
And coming back to this maggot, I would like to say that my 71-year-old dad would have broke you in half if you challenged him to a fight. But you are weak, a sheep with a wolf's jacket on for only 10 minutes of your whole life. I'm strong, and you made me even stronger.
In the US, cases of coronavirus are approaching 6 million, with almost 180,000 American victims. And now it emerges that the Trump White House has changed CDC testing guidelines to make sure less people are getting tested. They put the changes through while Dr. Fauci was in hospital. Meanwhile, at night 3 of the Republican convention, Mike Pence is promising miracles.
Now, last week, Joe Biden said that no miracle is coming. Well, what Joe doesn't seem to understand is that America is a nation of miracles. And I'm proud to report that we're on track to have the world's first safe, effective coronavirus vaccine by the end of this year.
On Monday, US police shot an unarmed black man named Jacob Blake 7 times in the back in front of his kids. It happened in the city of Kenosha, Wisconsin, and he's been left in hospital partially paralysed. The whole thing was captured on video, and it's led to days of protests and outrage. Joe Biden spoke after seeing the video.
What I saw in that video makes me sick. Once again, a black man, Jacob Blake, has been shot by the police in broad daylight with the whole world watching. You know, I spoke to Jacob's mom and dad, sister, and other members of the family just a little bit earlier. And I told them justice must and will be done. You know, our hearts are with his family, especially his children. It's horrible what they saw. Watching their father get shot, like Gianna Floyd. They're asking why. Why daddy?
Since the shooting, there have been a wave of protests, including NBA basketball games being cancelled and a white teenager going on a shooting rampage. Now Jacob's mother is calling for an end to the violence.
Please don't burn up property and cause havoc and tear your own homes down in my son's name.
3.
Sky Sports have sacked a trio of talking heads from their Soccer Saturday show. Matt Le Tissier, Charlie Nicholl and Phil Thompson have all been asked to hang up their big bag of cliches. Anchor Jeff Stelling stays on, but has tweeted that he's sad to lose 3 of his best mates. There was speculation about who would replace them, with disgruntled fans suggesting they'd been fired to make way for more black pundits. The racism really irritated BBC pundit Ian Wright.
These guys, Matt Le Tissier, Charlie Nicholas, Phil Thompson, they've had an unbelievable run. It's been a great show. This happens to everybody in the industry. This is Sky's decision to evolve the show. And you know what? I wish them all the very best. Yes, you can be disappointed that it's come to an end for those guys, but they've done brilliantly. But why does it have to be racially driven? What's it got to do with Black Lives Matter or the fact that black people may get an opportunity to get those jobs? What?
We introduced you to the delights of Rod Brydon's YouTube channel a couple of weeks ago, in which he spoke to Will Ferrell. Now he's back, this time zooming with the living legend Richard E. Grant, who it turns out is a huge fan of Gavin and Stacey, in which Robin plays lovable Uncle Bryn.
Richard, if we ever email, he always begins it, "Hello, Uncle Bryn."
How can I not? That Christmas special, we literally watched it. I think we watched it on repeat that night that it came out. You know, along with the entire nation, we are very, very grateful to you. So
it's very, very kind of you to say, Richard, and I'll tell you for why.
Not kind.
I've always been an enormous fan, not just me, but Nessa, everyone down in Barry is a fan, and we all found you particularly frightening in Star Wars.
Finally, some really sad news from Girls Aloud star Sarah Harding. She tweeted yesterday that she's had a diagnosis of breast cancer and that it's spread to other parts of her body. She's undergoing chemo, and there was a huge wave of support from her bandmates and fans. She won Celebrity Big Brother in 2017 and set the screen on fire with her relationship with American rogue Chad.
Listen to me, because I've been in this business 15 years. You're just starting out.
You sound so British right now.
You're just starting out, mate. Don't take the I'm not going to stand for it. All right?
Okay.
Fix up, look sharp, and listen to someone who's had the experience, been there, done that, worn the T-shirt and been persecuted for most of her career for it.
What is your drama?
Okay?
What did I do so bad?
No.
Why are you so mad at me?
Because you're taking the
This has been the Smart 7. Be smart, wear a mask. We've got an Alexa skill now, so enable us and then just say, Alexa, play the Smart 7. We're back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.